Our world is both beautiful and deadly. While on our own we are small and weak creatures, people can band together and over time prosper as a society. As hunters, we never forget our dependence on nature, and with reverence for all life, our role is to maintain the delicate balance of our world. The monsters that exist in the wild are an essential part of our world, but when they pose a threat to our livelihoods or disrupt the natural ecosystem's balance, the hunter's role becomes crucial in intervening. From hunters residing in mainland villages such as Kokoto, Poki, Moga, Yukumo, and Burna, to expedition teams venturing into the uncharted territories of the New World, each individual plays a vital role in striving for a prosperous future. This often entails facing the formidable challenges posed by nature, but a hunter is acutely aware of the consequences and is prepared to risk everything to safeguard their lands. While not in combat, hunters engage in meticulous study and investigation, striving to gain a deeper understanding of their surroundings. Monsters, with their countless features ranging from talons and claws to feathers and fins, keep even the most experienced hunters on their toes. The sheer diversity of life ensures that a hunter's knowledge is always incomplete. There are further subspecies and variants of monsters creating even more diversity. Monsters inhabit every corner of our world. In forests, one must be constantly vigilant for a deviljo, a creature that can suddenly appear and has an insatiable hunger that can only be satisfied by constant feeding. In the deserts, roaring seregios circle the skies waiting for their next target. Meanwhile, hunters must be cautious of the electrical touch of alagiacrus lurking in the waves of the oceans. Monsters pose unimaginable threats and exploit their surroundings to their advantage. However, seasoned hunters possess a deep understanding of their targets, and each hunt is meticulously planned and prepared for. Through knowledge of the monsters and their environments, hunters can improvise and survive. Rulers of the snowy mountains, tyrants of the desert, and lords of the marshlands, alpha predators emerge from the ranks of monsters standing atop their food chain. Yet there are some monsters so formidable that only the most elite among the elite can hope to confront. Elder dragons, embodiments of nature's immense power. Although not inherently malicious, the sheer power of elder dragons can disrupt entire ecosystems and trigger natural disasters. These creatures have existed since ancient times, and a significant portion of their existence remains shrouded in mystery. And then there are the monsters of legend, ones whose names alone speak both fear and imagination. Monsters we may never be able to comprehend, yet we must confront. I speak of the black dragon, Fatalis. Despite how large a threat it may be, when the stakes are that high, hunters must answer the call. Although a hunter is highly skilled at capturing and slaying monsters, their first objective is always to protect. The path a hunter chooses leads them to unforgiving lands far from home and safety. Yet though their path is fraught with danger, they push forward. Again and again, hunters are called to draw sword and bow, undaunted as ferocious monsters bear fang and claw toward them. There is a respect and appreciation towards the monsters of our world, which ensures that once a hunt is done, nothing is wasted. There is much to be learned from every bit of fur and bone, insect and egg. Hunters are trained to be keen observers while out in the field. They watch, learn, and listen to the environment and creatures around them. This knowledge ensures that they understand the impact of their actions before they take them, and this pursuit of knowledge is never-ending. Hunters must adhere to a set of rules, and a well-structured system must be established to ensure the sharing of knowledge and resources. This is where the Hunters Guild comes into play. The guild acts as an observer, documenter, organizer, and provider. They issue hunting requests and establish a framework that allows hunters from small villages to larger settlements to collaborate and assist each other. The Hunters Guild crest symbolizes our core values. The first symbol, representing the material gathered from both land and monsters, reminds us that our livelihoods are dependent on the resources provided by nature. We must always be grateful and respectful of these gifts. The second symbol, the wind, symbolizes how this bounty is shared across the entire land. The third symbol, fire and forge, illustrates how people can harness these natural gifts to create. Finally, the image of a town represents the unity between people and the central importance of community in all of our endeavors. The guild and its affiliated hunters respect the bounty of nature, including monsters, and waste nothing. The weapons and armor forged by hunters become symbols of their accomplishments. The gathered materials are utilized to construct shelters and food. The Hunters Guild prioritizes the safety of its hunters and categorizes hunts accordingly, organizing large investigation teams for extensive excursions, and issuing requests for gathering materials or hunting specific monsters when resources are depleted. Quests are never ending. If there's one certainty in this world, it's that circumstances are always changing, and so a new quest begins. Each generation of hunter accumulates a little more knowledge of the places they call home and their roles within it. Yet always lurking is the promise of something greater, something exciting, something terrifying, something new. The world is evolving. Herds of monsters larger than before are seen roaming diverse environments. Unfamiliar storms roll over the horizon, reshaping the very land they traverse. As a new story unfolds, our knowledge of the land and its past will grow. The wilds are calling. It's time to hunt. I hope you guys enjoyed my sort of fan remix of this wonderful video that Capcom put out. I think there was some misunderstanding. I was both serious. I do think that the guild in the series of Monster Hunter are a little shady, and I think, you know, with any large organization, things are kept secret, mistakes are made and covered up and stuff like that. So I also didn't like some of the language they use. I felt that it was a little off from the Hunters Guild that I know, or at least the Hunters Creed that I've lived since I started playing the series in Monster Hunter 3G. So I decided to make this remix video as a way to show that I'm not mocking the idea of balance of the ecosystem and respect for monsters. On the flip side, I very much believe in that. I just think that the language being used was a little too grandiose in some places, and the emphasis was a little off mark. Anyways, I love the video that Capcom did. I hope that they are encouraged to do more of them. I think the more world building and sharing we can do of the themes of Monster Hunter, the more people who might get interested in the series. One of the things I've always loved about Monster Hunter is that it's not, the emphasis isn't on being, you know, really strong killers of monsters, although that does occur. And there are some ridiculous requests that the guild, for some reason, approves and makes, you know, a guild quest request out of them. I think it's probably more just to do that, you know, they need materials and they need stuff to keep everything running. So even if the request is kind of ridiculous, if it serves like, hey, we're out of Rathalos parts, we need it for something, then I think they'll just go ahead and post a quest. Also keeps the guild in good standing with the people of each of the villages and stuff like that. I'm not sure if the new game is going to go too much into the guild. I am interested to learn a little bit about it. I just hope that they don't touch stuff about like the ancient past and stuff. I like the fact that they leave it vague, as it allows us to have this wonderful setting with some unexplained stuff, and we don't have to get too itty-gritty about it. Like, I don't want to see the origin of the dragon element being instilled into weapons and stuff like that. Like, save that for a novel. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this video, and until next time, happy hunting.